Hello, monkey. Scene. What a timing. I was just starting. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Phil. Hello, Andy. Hello, everyone. How was your stream, Scene? I'm melting. Yeah, I was only 2 minutes in and got raided. Not even. One minute. Still in the level design. How much is left? I don't see the light in my progress. The rework is just getting deeper and deeper. Let's see. Where was I? Ability. And for one thing was this. The other is this. 15 dungeon rooms made of varying sizes, yes. Try to wrap it up. Couple small sized dungeon rooms. Ah, okay. Dungeon algorithm time. The like oh my god. Wordsman. Procedural. There we go. Procedural created dungeons. Ah, okay. So you will have to have some pre-made building blocks, I guess. Will they be always different? Are they between dungeons? Where do you put these in? Ugh, man. Alright. I think this is not important right now. We were failing somewhere. What was the thing I didn't implement yet? Forgot. I mean, we don't have the abilities for starters. Maybe that's the thing. Okay, let's go to the fight again and then see how far the logic goes. Which one was it? Battlegrounds or systems? Systems. Whoops. Okay, let's do this. And then start. Nice. So what will this be? Some kind of order. No possible targets. There's the problem. I remember this switch. Where is the switch? Here. We need to give some default targeting here. Let's see. So right now I will not implement anything except try ability to center, which means we have to look. So cost, that's fine. But possible targets, we could go from owning to opponents. And then we would have to check the different slots. Now, how do you even check for the summoner? This thing is an abstract. And that doesn't work. We can do this, I guess. So, center alive. If true, else if this is fine, whatever, and then we have to randomly take left or right. Select how do is there not a note for going left or right? How do we do this? I guess I can just go random bool and then just go with if. So false. Like this. What the hell? No. Left, right, center. And this one is whatever. So check alive. Else check alive. If true, whatever. Else we have to go with the other one. And if that's also no thing, then we have to say do nothing. So first, check FE valid and alive. If valid, target is center. Make. Not do nothing though. Use ability because the true. No, actually we will put this into a variable. I should make a function out of this. Try ability to center neutral, something like that. And this should be... should it be in here? Or even before that? Try ability to center. Or neutral. Else neutral. Welcome back! Yeah, still. And it will take multiple weeks until I'm done with this. Right now, I'm deep into 3 different systems that play along with each other, which is the Battle AI with its custom programmable system where the player can program its own AI. The Battle AI, not AI, the battle system pathing, as in the construction itself. And lastly, the abilities, which need a pre-calculation and the acting out system where there are animations and so on. So right now I am trying to pipe through the logic from start to end so it reaches the ability place. Right now when I'm in the battle here, it can create itself, it makes the ARPlings, they can land, etc. When I press enter, they currently have no targets. They do have some things to do, etc. But the actual thing cannot happen. So I need to pipe through the targeting, and then we can send them and let them do their abilities, which will be the next thing to do. So currently I'm working out the default targeting. It is, and no one can actually guess what it is. Is it a part of something else, or is it just meant to be on its own? Well, that's a funny question. It is meant to be somewhere, so it shouldn't be on its own, but to store it, I guess it is on its own. It's not a kalimba, no. What do I call this? The naming of this function is not good. I guess type. This is wrong. Battle AI action type. This thing and possible targets. It's a white spherical ceramic object with a blind hole that has a diameter of 3 centimeters. Unfortunately, not a kalimba. Correct. How did you guess, Phil? But what is it? Why is this out? That sticks into a hole to crank up a door. But it's not. Nope. I can see the object through your phone camera, obviously. I'm not sure what you mean by this. Ah, yes. The funny thing is it's not actually in front of my phone right now, so... Oh man. This AI stuff is so deep. Boop. So, when we are here, check valid and alive, which is the center. Use this is not what we want. Local. Chosen action. Because we also need to set this depending on the MP we have. Now where do I do the MP calculation? Ability MP cost is covered. Oh, we cannot do it. I guess I need to send this to parent. Can I do that? Can I right click and then move to parent? Huh. Would that work out? Seems to be working. But yeah, I don't know, if I give you hints to the object it will be too easy to find out. But it is a very extremely hard thing to guess. But yeah, the question you asked before, that is actually something huge. Ceramic Zodiac Animal. I'm not in a Resident Evil mansion where that thing is a key or something. No. Monkey actually never played what am I saying? Resident Evil. I played it at a friend's house, but never completely. Like the old ones, that is. The new ones don't interest me that much. Also Silent Hill. But I watched my dad play it back in the day. But it's probably not something to put on a drawer as a handle. Yes, on the electronic part to insulate it's correct. Or on the end of a certain rod. Certain rod? Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that. But no. Depends on the rod, I guess. What kind of rod? But I guess the thing wouldn't be classified as a rod. So we successfully moved it to here now. Try it. No, we didn't. Ability MP cost. Why is this not at parent? I just pressed it, no? Move to parent. Oh boy. Let's say yes. Okay, seems to have worked. A curtain, not certain, sorry. Yes, correct. It's not for that. I wouldn't say rod, no. Cane ornament. I mean, it could be, but it is not. Someone could use it for that, but I mean, it's not meant for that. Vaguely ornamental. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong because it's polished. What are we guessing? What the special object on my desk? Hello, Shura. You're welcome to guess too. I think people are guessing for 3 or 4 weeks now already. Something the like. And the special object is, yes. That is the thing that has been found out. What is this? Oh my god, you can actually ask for delegates of classes? How would you even use it without it being a instance already? Is it just a copy of the delegate and then you can just do whatever with it? I guess it is. I mean, it just has an input. And output? Does a delegate have an output? Does it have an input? Wait, it doesn't have an input. Do you put a candle on it? Nope. I mean, a delegate of a class, I don't know, but of the object, it's of course very handy. Something I always use instead of interfaces. So we have it here now, which means we can now copy it into here. Hello? And then can use ability, which means it has MP would be usability, or else it would be neutral attack, the base attack, because this is for neutral. I should rename it to base attack. Or something like that. I mean, it doesn't even need to be base, just the base thing to do. I guess it, if I have like a special oppling where its base attack is not just fisting someone to death, maybe it could have a passive healing kind of thing where it doesn't use MP, which is very weak. Maybe I could then have some kind of logic for that. But anyway, now we have to do this tree here. We could do a sequence. Man, I would never have imagined that that object is that's, how to say, so hard to guess. Is it some type of vase? No. I mean, it has been guessed already that it can fit into a hand. And it has a 3 centimeter hole, blind hole in it, so I don't think a small object like that can be a vase. I wonder, can you guys guess it before I release this game? That would be so funny. On that note, how long will it take for me to release this game? Oh man, there's so much to do, and not only game dev stuff, I also need to find an audience first. So much to do. Is it related to old houses? No, not at all. Is it, would it break if it falls from the desk? Define break. Is the thing it would be attached to longer than a 30 centimeter ruler? Now that's very vague. That's hard to say. I'm not an expert here because I don't know the sizes of these things. But I think the one I have wouldn't be for 30 centimeter rulers kind of length. Would you say it's easier to first guess the object it belongs to than the object itself? Probably. Nope. Actually, Phil, that's the right way to go, I think, to guess what this is. Ball that goes on monkey desk. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so front center, chosen action. This one is the summoner. And then we have to, if true, get this. If false, we have to check the other, or else we have to say it's nothing. So this one is true. Here we have to do this. And then if true, wait, this is wrong. It's like this. Then we just say nothing. Alright. Bathroom fastlet handle. I think that would be a very bad idea as it's spherical and polished. So with wet hands, it's probably hard to turn. Yes, it's polished. And spherical. Okay, be right back. Special edition Google Android figure made of... I'm not so sure if that's even possible like that. Anyway, be right back. Hello, I'm back. It's not 70. It's 10 minutes. Christmas tree ornament. I think for that it's too heavy. No, you didn't do that right now. That's my joke. Alright, so... do we have everything? I mean, for the weighted thing, if you can hear this, I'm dropping it from around 1 finger length, index finger, and that's the sound it makes. Local action is from there. So I think with this, we should be fine. If true, else nothing. Correct. Correct. All right. Where was I? So we don't need to do this anymore. Just go ahead and do this. And this should now have a target. Correct? Can we actually see that now? If I'm here, can we have a target now? I don't care about this one. Here. Now we go in. There's no... But there should be a center. This should have been true. Didn't give us true, that's not good. What's going on here? Let's see. Where's competitor? Capsule, character, root. Where's owning competitor? Oh. Oh dear. It's not set. No, that's great. Okay, something is up with the creation then. Initialize competitor. Calculate flea spawn. Get, and then FE class, initialize owning competitor. It's here. Excuse me? Why would that not be set? We clearly have it in here. Oh brother, this is not good. Oh no. This is really bad. So for Orpling 1, it's set. Orpling 2, it's set. Even for Summoner, it's set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It should have been all of them. This is the second competitor. Why are we stuck? Can't I just skip this? Thank you. And then I press enter. Battle AI, FE. Spline helper, I don't care. Why is this not set? It's Orpling 14th. Let's see if the order is the same. So 14. Competitor unknown. Why? Excuse me? How is this possible? Oh, you look at that. But that's not the issue. Okay. Maybe here? No, it's clearly there. Battle competitor. Maybe the summoner has its own. And that's the problem. But no. Oh, oh my... Are you kidding me? Is the thing you have on Morning Star? No. You mean the weapon? What is a Morning Star? No, I think for that it's too small and not as heavy. So I think this was the issue. Decide action. And now this should be true. There we go. And we have a winner. Which means it has a target and an action. It spawns an ability. Can it though? Not set. That's a problem. We need to set a current front ID. So this will fail then. And they are not connected either. Okay, where do we set the current front ID? It's so warm. So we are doing it. Which means this initialize is just not set. Battle group. Okay, let's see. The preset for the battle group. Competitor 1 and 2. It is fire! Okay, what's going on here again, man? What the hell? Did I just overlook it? And it was actually set correctly? Oh, come on, man. So... Maybe I just assumed. Okay, now it just breaks. Where's the... Here, please. Ugh. So this front thing, competitor, current front is fire. Okay, it was just not showing because this node was not activated. Which means now it should be able to do whatever. But no. Did not find fire. The ability fire is not set. Which is probably normal. Let's see. There's an abstract one. Could change that already. Fire Ember. We also need the neutral one though. The base. That should be always like some kind of defaults. Maybe it's not a good idea to have it here, but maybe it's fine. I'm not sure. So I don't know what to do with this one. That one can also be Fire Ember for now, I guess. Which means I need to copy this now to everything here. Oh, some of them don't even have it. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe that's the issue even. Okay. Save all. Oh. Did I forget to get the breakpoint again? Yes. Still unknown. Fire base. Why is this not set? Competitor. Current front ID. Oh. Oh. I see. This should do it. Aha. Use base attack. Why is it use base attack now? Oh, it has no MP. It doesn't have enough MP. It's working. Oh man. I mean, this is now a problem because it said it has no MP, which means it cannot do this. Maybe I should give my Orplings some MP. Summoner doesn't have this. Are we using this? Hello, fifth function. How is it going today? Complicated, I guess. Like yesterday. Okay, Phil. Yeah, it's 0, that's why. I see, so we have a default ability here. That's good. So now I would guess it can actually go in here because it has MP. Or no, I set it to how much? 10. So it would work, but I think I should reduce the MP cost. Yeah, I definitely need to play around with the values, but it's fine. Good, and now it can actually drain our MP here. Well, there's no timer, etc. for these things, which means this thing will fail, of course. Nine versus 5. Fire found. So it makes 5 soft damage and 5 hard damage. This is a 4, which means a little more than 100%. So this is the hard damage. Yeah, it kind of works. Lot of damage for something like that, but kind of works. How much HP do we have? 25 minus 10 should not be KO. So this is wrong. Needs to be the other way around. If HP less or equal damage, like this, and then it can go KO, but with this it shouldn't. Good. And then their abilities would start. Nice, we piped everything through. My room decided I'm cooling down. It's time to heat up, so now it's 32 degrees in my room. Well, if I look at my thermometer, it's a little above 32 degrees here too. Okay. How long should ability round take? 3 seconds? 5 seconds? Something like that. Let's aim for 3 seconds. Let's see if this works. Doesn't seem to. I'm not sure what you mean. They will release 5.8 and then it will take over a year for Unreal 6 to drop. And then they will gradually get rid of blueprints. Which hopefully is a solid transition, because holy shit, if they use AI to transform the code into their verse thing, we are so done. And then I want to know if verse is better than C++, because that would be very funny if not. Yeah, I'm talking about speed. Of course it's slower, but I mean they are promising so much, so let's see what they actually will deliver. Does this work? It's just so stupid of them to switch to it, where there are so many people now trained on blueprints, like industries depending on it, and then now you're throwing it away, making so much friction. I don't understand it. Makes no sense. And just to go and compete with Roblox, this seems to be insanity. Like, I don't know what's the end goal here. I mean, that's no problem. They can, if the demand is extremely high, always add a verse visual component. It is already odd that they didn't say that they will do it, but it's always an option to make it later. It just so many things just went very odd with Unreal in that one day. Unreal is already very odd, don't get me wrong, but that is like a different dimension of odd. Like, I'm the eyebrow raising emoji all the time when they were speaking there. It will not have it on the get-go. They will not have time to do it. I feel like they are at the same position as Unity with their licensing drama. Like, if this goes on, a lot of people will just not continue with Unreal because... How to say this? Like, fine, these changes might be fine if they do them correctly, but the trust they lose by it in how they are handling it. Why would I stay with Unreal when it's uncertain that that my tools that I built will stay there after 5 years? It's like, what's the point? Then I rather go to Godot and control everything I have. Runtime fee. I'm always like very cynical of the things they were doing. Like, yeah, okay, they are doing this for AI, and then I'm thinking, yeah, can you really not use AI for blueprints? Was it really that why? Because a colleague of mine is convinced that can just make blueprints with it, but I never saw it myself, so I cannot say. Just so many odd things happening. Just to rephrase what Fifth Function said, to slop around. So stupid. Like, do people really at the top not see the stigma that AI caused in the gaming industry? I don't understand. Like, how can you go in a path where you don't give it as an option, but as a forced tool? Like, it needs to be that. How stupid can you be? Like, make it an option. Give it to people who like it or want to use it. Don't alienate your core audience. It's like... it's so stupid. And now when I'm using Unreal and they are going with the AI stuff, everyone will think, ah, Monkey's using AI. Like, okay, great, now I'm losing my audience that I don't even have because of this? Makes no sense. And have you seen what scene graph is? No. The thing they want to switch to instead of the current actor model? Or is it, I don't know, sounds like Unity stuff? What would you do? A normal scene graph as traditional game engines? Be sure 0 is this, it goes in here. It should not go to done right now. Correct. Now this spawns. I actually go, yes. Set the timer. to 1 and then it fires Amber effect. And it is bound to ability trigger here. Wait, where did I put my print in? Here? Yes. So can we actually get to here? Pre-calculation. Yes, we are now here. Magic charge. Another magic charge. Second. Amber effect, 3 times I assume. Okay. And then it should be hits and ability done after. Here, ability done. Should go in here and do this with this second, 1 second. What is this? Why magic charge again? Oh, I see. It did work. I just didn't get the breakpoints because of the way breakpoints work. This actually happened. It's working. It's actually working, guys. It's basically just Unity. It's game objects but called entities, and then they have components and can be grouped as prefabs. Well, I guess that's fine. I'm very familiar with the Unity workflow. I think the people at Unreal played too much Fortnite. That is true. Thank you. Which means now we could start to add Amber effect, I guess, to this thing. Now, how would we do an Amber effect? If we think about the ability, a fire magic that is the weakest of all, and it's called Amber. How should it look like? Should I make the floor like glimmer, or? Just applied to school for game design and development. Do you have any tips for my new journey? It depends. It really depends. To make games, you don't, how to say, necessarily need to apply to a game design school, but it can help you if you take, how to say, if you mentally change, or not change, prepare to soak in as much as possible without thinking they need to teach you something. You know what I mean? Put in the effort to be a sponge and don't expect to be a sponge that automatically sucks in knowledge. That would be my advice. But in the end, you don't need a school. You just need to start making games. In school, you will learn a lot of patterns, how games should be, very, very academic maybe. And they don't always apply. You need to... If you are a gamer and understand how games are, you can make exceptions to things, how should they work, right? Like for instance, you don't need necessarily the game loop, as they call it. If you know what you're doing, it just needs to be art. And if it's fun, that's what it matters. But a game loop could help you to achieve it, for instance. But I myself, I never shipped a game before, so take it with a grain of salt. Alright, let's make an effect. But welcome, welcome! I'm glad that you're receiving them. Effects. Was this my new effects? Yes. Abstract effect. Should we call this glimmer or amber effect? Ability amber effect. Effect amber? I mean, there is this. We should really put this into the ability itself though. Now, what did we call effects? Okay. So let's make a child out of this. Effects. Ability amber or amber ability? Like this, I guess. And then we put it here. Now, this guy needs to be spawned. And for now, we could just say this thing has a box in it so we can see that something happens, right? So back to here. Where's our amber? Here. We called it amber effects. So now I need to go and overwrite ability animation trigger. This one. Switch. And here it is. And now we can do something. First off, we already know the trigger, or no, the target. Possible target. Get. Is it this? Yes. And then get location. We could also get transform, but I think I just need location. Worlds. Mesh. Why mesh? Okay, location. Is there an actor location? Get here. And now we can spawn the effect here. And probably need to add this into an effects array. So when we skip the animations, that we can clean it up after. Also, this needs an owner. Self. Here's the location. The rotation we could also get from here. Maybe that's how that should be, but I'm not sure. We could... Can we get the forward here? No. Yeah, I don't care right now. It's fine. And then the ember effects. This should fire it. And it's a fire and forget kind of thing. And I don't care about the ID. Now this needs to be promoted. But not actually. This needs to be in here. Effects array. Abstract effects. This one, I assume. Make an array out of it. Where's our ember? Here. Get ember. No. Get effects. Did we call it array? Array? Yes. Add. Perfect. And now. At cleanup, we can go for each here. And does this have a cleanup? Cleanup effect, it's just destroy. So we can go with that, I guess. And then we can just destroy the actor. Okay. So with this we can skip it. And this should now spawn the cube at the target. Let's see if it actually works. Should look very silly right now, but let's see, right? One. Oh, removing. Yeah, that's fine. There was an error. More errors. Okay, what was the error? It was trying to get the effects ability ember, but pending kill. Oh, did I forget to set it a lifetime? That can be, of course. But I feel like that's not the only issue this has. So I guess this is the only thing we have to do, but we can also check. Here. Why is it called 1? That's funny. Is that a Life is Strange background? Yes, but it's switching. I have a lot of backgrounds which I like many games, so I put some of them as backgrounds where I achieve things or if they lasted or give me some impression. This one, for instance, is one of my, or my favorite game, I guess. But yeah, it's switching. There are a lot of them. You have your cat as a background. Does it also switch? So yes, we need this. Okay. Be there for 3 seconds. It's probably too long, but I don't care. Let's accept the rounds. And then, there it is. And they're fighting back. It's kind of working. Which means now it's stuck. I cannot do anything because we don't circle back into round ready. But hey, the abilities are firing. A background that you generated? Ooh, so warm. So I guess this is player 1 then. Can it be? Summoner 1. Is this Summoner 2 then? No. This is strange. Ah, wait, the round doesn't begin with the player. It's randomly chosen because they are the same speed. I see. So that's fine. Now the enemy began again. Now, what's this error though? When they try to clean up. What's that all about? Clean up effects. This cannot clean something that is already destroyed. We need to verify. And that error is now gone. Enter. Well, guys, it's working. It's working. Now, for the goal I set for this week, which I usually never set goals, I need an effect for the Ember attack itself and a charging effect. if you're wondering, I always get gifted subs for them. So I always have those emotes. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, Scarpy? Scary? Rave? Whatever, is that a person? It's fine, I'm not wondering. Okay, how do we do this? I need to model probably some kind of cone that's upwards, and then I can scale it, and then I need a material on it. You could even just use the one I have here, right? This one. Just a different cone, maybe. And then we also made some kind of sound here. Well, it cannot work without the input. This feels like too much for Ember. Is this thing your object is attached to made out of metal? Now you are shooting yourself in the foot, I would say, because yes. So I guess we can reuse the material at least, but we still need the cone. But before I do that, maybe I can, how to say, push it backwards. Oh, wait a moment. If 3 Orplings attack the same target with the same ability, the ability will be like inside each other. That will look bad. Is it made of other things than metal or just metal? Well, it is made of other things, yes. Nope. I would assume not. But I'm not an expert. I don't know. Wood? Definitely not. Concrete? No. No. Also ceramic? No. Rubber? No. Now with this, the hit registration should go and start. But I forgot something, I think. We will see. Yeah, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Clay, no. Get hit. Hit. Oh. I understand. I understand. And probably this needs a tag. Here, this one. Why do we have it without in here? Okay, these are just... Okay, so I was right. You just take this one. Put it in here. And then we should be fine. So now my orb link should be able to hit. I'm not sure if it worked. It did work. It's barely visible because we're so far away. Let's see. Enter. Jump out. Left side, I don't care. Right side. There. Hit animation is there. Problem is, now we are using the hit thing 3 times. Would that be problematic? It is. The reset function needs to be looked at so we don't do the reset 3 times. Or we need to be able to we need to be able to just reset the animation in the graph already by just allowing jumps, but I think that's just polishing in that point, at that point. So right now we can do the effects. And then the effect appears, does the hit, and then disappears. So I think that's a winner. I'm not sure if I should continue now. Maybe we need to think about cameras, etc., but we could also push that back. I'm really not sure. What we will definitely do next time is forming the ability to look like something, right? Okay. Let's see. So right now, when we are here, we need an ability or else everything breaks down. Because if we don't find anything, it just jumps to the next. Or it even stops doing anything. Yeah, we need this here. Also, we're jumping to the next phase, etc. But after this part, we shouldn't be jumping to round phase 5. We should be jumping to round phase 4 confusion pool and do those things, but I think that's like a different thing. Now, before we end, maybe we should concept or find a way to solve this following problem. If we have 3 ARPLings and 1 target and all these 3 have the same attack, since my battle now functions in a way that all of them possibly could fire the same way at the same time. Right now they do, but I will add a little variation where their abilities begin in offset times, but there is a possibility they could be very, very close to each other, and they will be close to each other because the delay is also not that big. So this fire effect, if we have 3 times, it will be like layered on top of each other. There could be Z fighting, etc. here. How do we solve this? There are multiple ways to do this. One, we could say we could have a design restriction where abilities need to be small enough to enter a slot, and there are 3 slots for an ARPling. 1 in front, 1 left, 1 right, or whatever. So if 3 attack at the same time, you could see the effect on various places of the ARPling. So maybe you also have like fun having a formation with 3 attacks at the same time because they would look different. We could have a stacking effect, but then we would need to know what's happening. Oh my god, I like that stacking idea. What if the ability has like 3 different animations? Depending on how you stack them. Do we also have stacking bonuses? That would be overpowering or overpowered. If we have stacking, I think the player would expect that it gets way stronger, which it shouldn't be. So no stacking. Even though I love the idea. What do we do? Like, I cannot say we just fire them after each other. That would just take too long. And if we offset them in a way that they are very close to each other, we have still the effect being very, very on top of each other. We could add... Okay, so let's say this is the center of the target. We could add a certain offset, minimal, going up, left, right, in a random pattern. Rotate it randomly, which means all the effects we built need to be able to be rotated. I probably also need some kind of switch to force a non-rotation. Okay, so we can rotate, we can change position, and we could even add the limits into the ability in order to play around with the stacking. I wouldn't call it stacking, it's just random positioning, I guess, in that way. Which would mean randomly the ability could be on top of each other, but that's fine. I think that's okay. In this thing, if it's not consistent, then it's fine. So random timings will happen already. Random positions are needed. Random rotations need to be restricted. So I think we could start building this, but I'm not sure if my motivation is up for it. Let's see. So I don't want to randomize the effects, that would be a different thing. But the targeting certainly could use it. Okay, wait, the ability itself is not set to the position. That's something we have to address. Yeah, okay. This actually needs to be where the ability is. Instead of, yeah, okay. This one here. Possible targets. We would need to know where to spawn the ability. Should this be circularly random? Or boxed? Should it matter? I guess I could go with a random X and random Y and then normalize that, multiply by a random length. Because if I would go and have a random angle instead, the randomness could be too... how to say? Maybe I don't even need that. Or we could make a angle. Min-max angle. How would I even go and set that up? Angle ranges. Possible angle ranges. And then 0 and 360 would be everything. And if I delete it, then it doesn't make a random rotation. I feel like if I do it with an X, Y, and then offset with a length, then it will be more likely to be at the corners instead of everywhere. It's not good. I think I made this one too complicated. But I feel like it is important for some abilities where you don't want to have them turned a certain way. Okay, we will do two things tomorrow. This set position and rotation, and the fire ability. Let's write that down. Let's see how far we will get with that. But I think I'm done for today. Alrighty, let's save everything. I guess we'll raid someone, but in the meantime, thank you, raiders. I'm not sure who is still here from the chatters. Let's see, Phil. Thanks for tuning in. I don't see anyone else from the chatters in the list. But anyway, thank you for everything, guys. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys next time. We will raid now. Anyway, bye bye, monkey!